everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am the Caffeinated Crafter, and today is going to be a diamond painting whip and chat. So go ahead and get out whatever it is you're working on, and just let this kind of play in the background, or you can watch what I'm gonna do. Totally up to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the videos and the craziness that is me. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for returning and watching my videos. I enjoy sharing everything with you guys. So today I am going to be working on Flight of the Fireflies. Whoops, that's upside down. That's what it's going to look like. This is from Diamond Art Club. This is a 56 by 56 round with AB diamonds, and this is originally, the artist is Randall Spangler. I really enjoy his work. He's got some pieces on Heaven and Earth Designs website as well. If you want to cross stitch anything, it's not just dragons. He's got like big like houses, and he's got like this train, and he's got like some scenes like in a oh, what's it called, like an astrology thing. It's really neat. I really like his stuff. So anywho, go ahead and cut a piece of this off so we can get started. So what I do to get my clear covers ready is I just get some duct tape, and I just do strips going horizontally and vertically all the way across the thing, making smallish sections so that they're a little bit more manageable, so it doesn't feel like such a chore to work on one section. And then when I'm ready, as you can see, I cut through half. I cut through half of it. That way it gives me a border of where to stop placing my diamonds. I've seen a lot of horror stories about people who use like parchment paper or wax paper. Well, you're not supposed to use wax paper, period, but people using the wrong parchment paper, and then their stuff gets stuck to their painting and pretty much just about ruins it. So I don't want to deal with that mess, so I stick with my tape, and it works. Gets me diamond painting faster than going through and peeling the cover off and cutting, you know, putting the parchment down. It's pretty quick doing it this way. So anyway, can you, yeah, you guys can see. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let me find a symbol. Hold on a second. I have not diamond painted in such a long time. Like, I mean, seriously, I think it's been quite a few weeks. I've been getting back into my cross stitching, and I just haven't felt the urge to diamond paint, really. Which is really sad, because I was so excited to start this one in particular, because one, it's Randall Spangler, and two, this has a special drill in it. They're like rhinestones almost. Let me see. I don't know if you can, you guys see? Yeah, look at that. Woo! Like I'm a ghost. Anyway, so it's got those in it. So I was like super excited about doing this, and then I started it, and then all of a sudden it was just like, I don't really feel like diamond painting right now. So I've just been cross stitching mainly. So anyway, I hope everybody is having a fabulous Saturday. That's what day it is today for me. Today's April 25th, 2020. It is my ex-dog's birthday. He turns 12 today, my little Remy Bear. I miss him, but I don't miss the licking. I don't miss the barking. He is currently living over at my kid's father's house. And it is also my, it is also my kid's stepsister's birthday today. She turns 8. So I have them today, but their stepmom asked me yesterday. She was like, hey, would you be able to like do, she was doing, instead of a party, she was doing one of those drive-bys, you know, where like you stand in the driveway and the people drive by the house and wish happy birthday and just drop presents off. So she was doing that for her daughter, and she asked if I could come join the parade and drop the boys off so they could like hang out and play for a little while and have cake and ice cream and all that. So I was like, oh yeah, sure. So I got back a little bit ago from doing that. And so they are over there. I asked her, I said, because I was trying to figure out if I had to make them dinner tonight. And so I was asking her earlier today, I was like, hey, because she was like, hey, can you come by around 1:30? I was like, oh, absolutely. And I said, hey, when do you think you guys will be bringing them back? And she was like, oh, what time do you want them back? And I was like, oh, I don't care. You know, I guess whenever the kids all get sick of each other, maybe. And she was like, okay, well, that'll probably be around dinner time, like after dinner. I was like, okay. So we'll see. We'll see what time. I have stuff to make dinner if I need to, but I don't think I'm going to have to make them dinner. So anyway, okay, well, I did all that color. Hold on, let me find another color. Let me do this black. That's black, right? Hold on. Yeah, okay. So, anywho, what else has been going on in my life? We've been getting busy at work again. We're averaging about 10, anywhere between like maybe 10 to 15 patients, up to 20 coming into the clinic a day, which isn't so bad, but I'm still like, we're only seeing patients in the morning. We don't start seeing patients until like 9. And I'm still the only nurse. When we were open completely, I was, there was 3 of us. Right now, there was only me. So, for me to see about anywhere between 10 and 20 people from 9, 10, 11, 12 in the span of 3 hours flying solo, I mean, it's a lot. And it looks like all next week we're getting to that point as well. So I actually asked my manager, I was like, you know, I'd like to get a second nurse back in there as soon as we could. I don't know when that's going to happen because, you know, we're on the hospital budget and they're kind of being selective about outpatient-wise about who gets to work when and stuff like that. So I said, if we can spare a second nurse in the clinic, that would be fabulous because I could use the help. So, but, like that, I mean, there's some of us, but like nurse-wise, I'm the only one in the clinic, but we still have like, you know, our unit coordinator who does the scheduling and answers the phone calls and stuff. And then we have our CNA who works both inpatient and outpatient for wound care. She kind of floats between the 2 of us and helps us. And so it's not like I'm like completely by myself, but nurse-wise I am by myself. So it's starting to get a little old. Anyway, I've had to make a few changes in my life. So I think I told you guys before, I quit smoking back in February, beginning of February 5th, actually. February 5th, I quit smoking. So March, April, so about 2.5 months now, I decided I was finally ready. I think I had discussed this before. I decided I was finally ready, and I used the lozenges for a little bit. For about 3, almost 4 weeks, I used the lozenges to kind of help with the cravings. And then it got to be using them less and less, and I mean, I stopped using them probably after, I'd say probably about 4 or 5 weeks. I felt like I was having to force myself to use them. So I was like, all right, I think I'm done with those. And I've been good. I mean, I've, not gonna lie, there have been a couple times where I'm like, man, I really wouldn't mind having a cigarette right now. But it wasn't really the cigarette that I wanted. It was just something to do. Since all this has been going on, I'm looking for this dash right here. It was something to do. Because I was like, and then I was like, okay, I think I'm just bored. Let me find something to do first. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's green. That's why I was thinking it was going to be blue. Couldn't find that for a minute. And then I go and I get into something and then I'm good. And then I don't want it anymore. So I really think it was just like boredom that I was like, I kind of want this. And no, I really didn't. I was just bored. So the other thing I had to do was I started, I changed my diet because I was blaming it on the candy and stuff that the reps brought in, but I had noticed like since Halloween, I had slowly started putting weight on. And I was thinking it was all the candy, and, you know, holidays rolling around, this, that, and the other. Reps are constantly bringing stuff in. Patients were bringing us stuff, cookies and candy and, you know, pastries and all that stuff. And of course, everybody eats it. And, you know, some of the stuff I did not eat. But some of the stuff I did just because of who brought it. Like there was certain things I ate, not because I necessarily wanted them, but because the person who brought it, like, you know, was just really sweet, or, you know, I don't know. It was a stupid reason to eat it, honestly, because I didn't even want half the stuff that came in. So anyway, started gaining some weight, and I was blaming it on that. And then, you know, of course I quit smoking. So that never helps. And I was talking to my mom about it when we were up in North Carolina, and she follows the, you know, the keto diet of I'd say probably 99% of the time she does a keto diet. Because she too, had been wanting to lose some weight, and she actually hit her, you know, she hit her goal and everything. So she's kind of like at the stage now where she's just, you know, occasionally eating carbs, but kind of staying away from a lot of it. And she was talking to me about the whole thing. And she was like, well, give yourself a little bit of time because of the, you know, quitting smoking. You're going to gain weight from that because everybody just naturally usually ends up gaining about 10 to 15 pounds after they quit smoking. It's like, well, I hope it doesn't get to that. Well, what happened? There's a little piece of trash. Hold on. I went into work one day, and well, I woke up. This was not this past Monday, but the one before. So almost 2 weeks ago, I got up to get ready for work, and I had to squeeze. Hold on one second. Hang on. Sorry. Hopefully I'll be able to cut that out. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. My phone, like, for some reason I looked over to double check, and my phone was like all like, the screen was like all like clouded out and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? And yeah, low battery, 20%. So then I was trying to like clear that out, and I had to move the phone, and then I had to go get the charger. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking to my mom about, yeah, so 2 weeks ago. Okay, now I remember where I'm at. 2 weeks ago, sorry, it drives me nuts when like some people are like talking and then their video gets interrupted and then they come back and they're like, oh, what was I talking about? I don't remember. And they just move on. I'm like, no, go back to your story. So 2 weeks ago, I woke up to get ready for work and I literally had to squeeze into my pants, my scrub pants, like literally squeeze into them. And I was like, oh my dear God. But I was able to squeeze into them and I was like, holy cow. Then my coworkers, I really do love my coworkers. That like we all tell each other like it is. They're like, Jen, don't bend over. You might bust out of your pants. Don't bend over. Because they were that tight on me. I'm like, oh my dear God. So I had to go buy a larger size. Now, I know that for a lot of people, the size that I had to get, I had to buy medium. I usually wear small, and I know that's not big for a lot of people, but I'm tiny. I'm a tiny person. I have a tiny frame. I'm 5'1". And the only thing big about me is my hips and my butt. Other than that, everything else usually is fairly tiny. And I was starting to blow back up. I used to be heavier, and then I lost weight. And I was starting to blow back up. I was pushing 160, which is for my height. And it was all around, like below the boobs, down to my knees. It was all right there. So for all that excess weight to be concentrated in that area, it was a lot. And I felt like crap. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. Nothing. And I had to go buy bigger pants because they were so tight. It was like uncomfortably tight. And the pants were like rolling down below my, like I would put them on and then like the waistband would like roll below my stomach. Whenever I like when I was standing, I was able to kind of suck my belly in and it wasn't so bad. I mean, even sucking in my belly, I still had a belly. Like I looked like I was my belly was about the size it was when I was about 6 months pregnant. And I was like, okay, and I was weighing about the same that I did when I was 9 months pregnant with both of my kids. So I was like, okay, I've got to do something here. I went and bought, bigger scrubs so that I wouldn't have to listen to my coworkers teasing me anymore. And I started talking to my mom about doing, I think having to buy bigger clothes was what pushed me because before I was just like, yeah, I really need to lose weight, but I don't really want to, you know. Well, no, I need to lose the weight, but I didn't want to do the changes necessary to lose said weight. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted it to just go away on its own. I didn't want to have to change anything I was doing. And so I was talking to my mom about it because I was like, okay, I had to buy bigger scrubs. I'm at the point now where I'm ready. I'm ready to make a change because I don't want to grow into these and have to buy even bigger scrubs. So I talked to her about, you know, her diet plan and everything like that. And she, you know, gave me some tips and everything. And she was like, you know, if you're not eating enough, she was like, it's not like completely no carb. And she was like, you kind of need to make it no carb in the beginning to get all that crap out of your system. She was like, you're going to get the keto flu. She was like, be careful about getting constipated because you're not eating the fiber and stuff that you usually would to keep you regular. Not that y'all need to know about my bowel movements, but anyway, whoops. I'm kind of doing this from an angle so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And it's like it's difficult. I'm usually like right up on this stuff. So anyway, so she was giving me some tips, gave me a few recipes I could try, this, that, and the other. And I actually had a keto cookbook that a coworker of mine had talked me into buying like a year ago because I saw stuff in there that I thought that the kids would like to snack on and stuff. So I was like, okay, And I told the boys, because I, you know, got the bigger clothes, and I told my kids when I got home that day, I was like, listen, I said, I will continue to cook the crap that we have just to get it, because I don't want to waste the food. Because I had just gone shopping and everything, and I have all this food in here that I'm not going to eat anymore, but I don't want it to go to waste. I might try to find a charity or something that's open that I can drop it off at. But I told the kids, I was like, I'm not going to be buying this stuff anymore. You know, they're children, they can't do keto all the time, but essentially they are only eating about 1 meal a day and snacks, like maybe 1 snack at my house during the week. And then on the weekends is like, you know, oh, obviously they eat at my house all day. But during the week, they only eat 1 meal a day because they'll either be in school or daycare. Right now they're going over to their dad's. But they'll be in either school or daycare while I'm at work. And then I feed them dinner. And, you know, they don't do a keto diet there. So they'll be fine just eating 1 meal a day at my house. Keto, that's keto friendly. So I started doing the keto diet. And let me tell you, man, that stuff worked. I am back in my small pants again. I also started walking. The loop that kind of wraps around my apartment complex, like on the main road, it kind of wraps around a few different apartment complexes, and it then snakes in between Kohl's and Publix over here. And it's like a hair under 2 miles. So I used to walk it, and then I stopped. And I decided that was going to be, I was like, all right, I'm going to start walking again. So I started doing that. And then I decided to start trying to run. But because of, you know, my lungs kind of recovering from the wonderful cigarettes I used to smoke for all those years, my lung capacity is not up to par for running. So I've been doing like small little spurts at a time and then alternating it. And I'm trying to get it to, my end goal is to be able to run the whole thing. Even if it's a slow jog, I want to be able to run the whole thing. And so I've just been doing like little, and I mean, for anybody who actually exercises, you're going to laugh at this one. I started off with 0.05 miles. Not 0.5, not even a tenth. I had to start with 0.05 and alternate 0.05, running and walking all the way around. And then after a few days of doing that, then I started doing 0.1. I started doing 1/10 of a mile running and then walking 0.05. And I've gotten up to almost a full mile of alternating that, and then at the mile mark, it's just getting to be too much for me breathing wise, and I dropped down to alternating the 0.05 running and walking. So once I get to where I can do the 10th of a mile running all the way around, once I can do that, then I'm going to increase it to 0.15. You know what I mean? Like, and then drop down to 0.1, and that, you know, that I mean, that's my goal. And I've been tracking what I've been doing on the Map My Walk app. Like at the end, it asks you how your walk was. And so I kind of, you know, I've been writing in there how I felt, how the weather was, and what I was able to do with it. And I really, yeah, I like that. So I was on the phone with my best friend I ended up eating lunch really late on Wednesday, like almost 2 o'clock, which was the latest I had eaten lunch in a long time. And so when dinner time rolled around, I wasn't even hungry. And I was telling my friend that, I was on the phone with my best friend, and I was telling her about that, and I was like, man, I'm not even hungry. I was like, and I said, I just feel kind of blah today. I was like, I don't even want to go for my run today. I run/walk. We'll call it a run, but you know, you and I know it's a halfsies. It just makes it sound better when I say it's a run. So she was like, well, you know, everybody gets a day of rest. Why don't you just make Wednesdays your day of rest instead of Sundays? And I was like, you know, that's a good point. I think I'll do that. So I did that. I ended up not going. And I got hungry around 9 p.m. So I made myself an omelet, and it had, oh God, it was so good. I had leftover caramelized onions, and I did, what did I put in it? I put in cheese, bacon, yellow pepper, tomato, and caramelized onions. And then I topped it with sour cream and avocado, sliced avocado. Oh my God, that thing was amazeballs. Holy cow. I ended up eating that 2 nights in a row. Then I made it for breakfast for the kids this morning, and they ate it. They ended up picking some of the peppers out, so I think if they want me to make them omelets again tomorrow, I'm going to chop the peppers up a little bit smaller. I was trying to make them big enough that they could pick them out if they didn't want them, but I think I made them too big where it was just too much for them, you know? So I think I'll chop the peppers up a little bit smaller if they want them tomorrow. Anyway, so yeah, I made the mistake of using Wednesday as my day of rest. And I say I made the mistake because when I woke up on Thursday, I did not feel very well. I felt very bleh. I didn't even want to go to work. I didn't want to do anything. And I was like, oh my God. I think it's because I didn't do what I've been doing every night for like 2 weeks straight. And so I made myself go for a walk on Thursday. And but Thursday I didn't even want to go for I didn't even want to run. I made myself go for the walk, but I did not want to run at all. And I didn't. I just walked the whole thing. And I was like, damn it, now I feel like I'm starting all over again. So I was like, all right, well, I'll make up for it on Friday. Well, then what happened Friday? We had some horrific weather roll through here, and it rained all day Friday. Like all day Friday. So I couldn't go on Friday. I could have used Friday as my darn rest day if I would have just made myself go out on Wednesday. But oh well. So yeah, I have lost about 10 pounds so far, changing my diet up like that. And I'm really liking it. I don't know if it's because I was ready to just, you know, be done or what, but oh my God, I don't even miss the carbs at all. Like I've had no bread, no pasta, no potatoes, no rice. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Whiskers. Hi, buddy. Cat's coming to say hi. And yeah, I think what's been hard for me isn't the fact that I want the stuff. It's trying to figure out what to have with my quote-unquote entree that's not a carb. Because, like, my plan this week is going to be to make burgers with the kids, for the kids. And I gotta look. I think I might have hamburger buns in the freezer. If I do, I'll pull a few out for them. If not, then we're doing bunless burgers, because that was my original plan anyway, was to do bunless burgers. And, but it's going to be like bacon cheeseburger burgers. Bacon cheeseburgers. Oh my God. This cat, he just jumped up on the chair with me and just like flung his tail into my face. Like, pay attention to me. Hey, Mr. Whiskers. So if you guys see a cat tail, that's why. I don't think you will though. I think I have this angled so it won't do that. Oh, there it goes. So it'll be like just ground beef patties. I hope I put all those in the right spot. I just realized it was kind of hard for me to see all that. So beef patties, cheese, bacon, duh, barbecue sauce. Because you can have some carbs. It's not like no carb, just like minimal carbs. Like you got to think about where your carbs are. That's how my mom put it. She was like, it's not that you can't have carbs. She said, just limit how many overall in your meal and think about where you want your carbs to be. If you want some potato, then have some potato. But just remember, that's the only place that your carbs can come from. So it's going to be bacon, cheese, barbecue sauce, caramelized onion, tomato, lettuce, pickles. And I'm going to mix mayonnaise and mustard together also. I'll probably put the burgers on like the lettuce. So it's almost like a salad. And like I said, I got to think about oh, and then I was also I was debating on because doing this, it's actually kept me pretty full. I'll probably end up putting like avocado on it as well. Probably sounds gross to some of you guys, but I've actually really grown to enjoy avocado. But I just got to figure out what to put with the burgers for the kids. Like me, I would just have that and I would be good. But I know they're going to be asking about fries or something. Now, I will say my oldest son, he... you know, I was telling them about the omelets we had this morning. I was like, these are all keto friendly and blah, blah. And they're like, oh, okay, you know. So, but I think they might ask about if we were having like French fries. So I got to figure out what I can have with the burgers as a side. I've got that recipe book that's got side dishes in it. So I'll look through there. I've got broccoli and I've got cauliflower. So I'll probably do something with one of those. Oh, so you guys know how I have said multiple times that nobody in my real life knows that I have a YouTube channel, right? So my stupid butt was like, oh, let me be like everybody else and make an Instagram account for my crafting channel so that people can follow me on Instagram, right? So I do that. And, you know, I'm at the Caffeinated Crafter 80. I had to put the 80 on there because apparently somebody else had the Caffeinated Crafter. So I put 80 on there because that's my birth year. And that's, you know, what people our age do. We put our birth years on stuff to help distinguish us. I don't know. Anyway, so I have the Caffeinated Crafter 80 as my Instagram profile thing, right? I also have my personal one, but I did not friend request. Like, I followed all of the crafting things that I had been following on my personal page, and I made my page public so that if any other, you know, YouTuber that I followed wanted to follow me back, they could see that it was just like a crafting channel. Because, you know, if you have it private, you have to like, the person can't see what kind of account that is. So I made it public so that you could see what it was. I mean, it's, you know, I just started the thing not too long ago, so there's not really a whole lot on there, but that's okay. And then my profile picture is a picture of me. I probably should have made it a picture of a cross stitch or a diamond painting or something that I had done, because next thing I know, I start getting all these followers on my crafting channel, my crafting Instagram page. And it's people that I know in real life. My mother, like, because I was thinking, oh, I could go ahead and, you know, advertise, you know, my channel on my Instagram page, which in the description of my page, it does say follow me on YouTube, you know, and I, you know, tell you to search for the Caffeinated Crafter, right? And, but I was like, oh, I could like post things and I could say, follow my progress on my YouTube channel, blah, blah, you know, whatever. But then when I started seeing all my family members and friends in real life, like follow my crafting, follow me on Instagram with that one, I was like, oh, shoot. Well, I can't do that because I don't want anybody, I'm not ready for them all to know that I have a channel yet, right? So I was like, all right, well, that's okay. You know, whatever. No big deal. So I get a text from my 9-year-old earlier this week, and he said something about a YouTube channel. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, you have a YouTube channel? And he was like, no, you do. The Caffeinated Crafter? I was like, oh crap. My kid found my YouTube channel. If anybody has noticed, he did comment on it on one of the videos. And I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. So then I was like, oh, yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah. And then he was like, oh, you've had it for a little while. You've had it for a few months, huh? And I was like, yeah. And I didn't really say anything else about it. And, you know, he's one of those where he'll text you for like 5 minutes and then he's done. He kind of walks away from it. So I didn't say anything else. So I wasn't going to bring it up, but I was curious how he found out about it. And so we get home Friday, and I'm sitting there doing dishes or something. Next thing I know, I hear my voice. And I spin around, and my 9-year-old is standing there with his laptop laughing because he pulled my channel up and started playing one of my videos. I was like, oh God. I was like, dude, turn that off. I was like, how did you even find out about that? And he was like, well, I started following you on Instagram, and you said on your page, on your Instagram page, follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I was like, oh, you actually read that? So if any of my other family members are also watching me, but not saying anything, hello. So, yeah. Yeah, so my oldest son knows about my YouTube channel. And the only reason I think that the rest of my family does not know about it right now, now that he knows, is probably because we're all in quarantine. I'm sure he's going to start talking about it as soon as he possibly can. And then he will probably show everybody under the sun. Look at my mommy's YouTube channel. Oh well. Anyway. All right, what else can I talk about? So I'm really liking this. Let's talk about diamond painting. How about that? There's a thought. I'm really actually like, I'm digging this canvas here. I like the picture. It's a little on the confetti-ish side, sort of, where it's like there's been, as you can see, I haven't really done a whole lot on it right now, but there are some spots where it's had like small blocks of color. But so far what I'm coming across is there's been a lot of color changes. Not really a lot of opportunity if you like using a multi-placer. There's not really a lot of opportunity to use a larger multi-placer. If you like maybe the 3-placer, it probably would be good. But I'm not mad about that. I mean, I do use the multi-placer sometimes, but I will say that it takes practice. When you use the multi-placer, your drills don't always necessarily go on straight, which can be quite annoying. So I've kind of been going back and forth with using the multi-placer and then using a single placer. Using the single placer obviously takes longer than the multi-placer does. But I also don't need to straighten my drills out. Like after I place down, 6 drills, I don't need to go back and straighten 4 or 5 of them out because they were just slightly angled incorrectly. So, but this picture is really nice, and I can't wait till I get up to the top part, or not the top part, but I can't wait till I get to the part where I'm using those crystals. I'm really excited about that. Did I unbox this on here? I think I did. Oh, you know what kind of put me out? I was doing an unboxing video, and it's not posted on here, and it's not going to be because I got annoyed and I deleted it. But I did an unboxing, and I'm not going to go into details about the company or anything like that, but I was having, there was a few open bags of drills. The picture wasn't quite as nice as I wanted it to be. It's not going up because my phone was like low on memory, and I couldn't get the stupid video to save after I went into because I do everything on my phone. What I need to do is I need to sit down and go on the stupid YouTube, not stupid, but I need to go on the YouTube tutorial stuff. They have a thing for creators that gives you tips on editing videos and stuff. And I really, obviously, if you guys have seen my previous videos, I very obviously need help with that. I very obviously need help with editing the videos. So I really need to sit down and do that. But right now, what I'm currently doing is I'm recording the video, and then I'm just going, on the iMovie thing on my phone and editing the video that way. And in the beginning, it wasn't a huge deal. I could I was slowly learning how to add pictures and this, that, and the other. And then I would just save the video, and then it would save to my phone, and then I would upload that video to YouTube. No biggie, right? Well, now I'm running out of storage space on my phone. So it's and so there was actually one video that I had done, and it wasn't a long one. So it's not like I spent hours and hours and hours to find out this error. But there was one video I had done that never got uploaded because I God, why can't I say that word? I fixed it. How about that? I fixed it on iMovie, and then it wouldn't let me save, it wouldn't let me upload it to YouTube because it said I had to save it, because it couldn't go from iMovie to YouTube. So I had to save it to my phone, but then I didn't have enough storage on my phone, right? And I'm like, what in the world? So I was sitting there going through, and I had accidentally deleted the original video that I had done to fix the one that I wanted to upload. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So I did the video. I turned it into, we'll just say I turned it into the movie, right? I deleted the original, by accident, I deleted the original video that I had used to make the movie. And apparently you can't do that and keep the movie. So, yeah, it's been a hot mess. So that's a part of the reason why, that's kind of part of the reason why you haven't seen as many videos from me as I would like to have. That's okay though. It's okay. I'll figure it out eventually. What I would like to do is be able to do this on my computer, because then I could probably get fancier with like an introduction and a goodbye, and I could get better with linking stuff, because like you know how like when we link stuff in the description box, you got your website that you can just pull up or what have you, and you can't pull up the actual like URL on your phone. Well, if you can, I don't know how to do it. So I have to pull it up on my computer and then type it in on my phone, because I can't get my videos from my phone to my computer, like, because my computer is a hunk of junk, because my kid downloaded Fortnite and all that extra crap, and then I think I very well may have a virus on my computer. I have no idea, but it's a piece of crap. I want a new one, but I can't afford it right now. So, so I haven't been able to transfer movies from my phone to my computer so I could edit them on my computer and then upload them. And so yeah, I would like to get a new computer. If I don't buy it by my birthday, I might tell my parents that I want one for Christmas or for my birthday. Maybe I'll get one. I don't need anything too fancy. So we'll see. Oh, there's a dark one in there. How'd you get in there? So, anywho, let me see. What else can I talk about? Oh, so what I would like to do is for my channel. So like I said, I've really gotten back into my cross stitching. So for anybody who is here solely for diamond painting, sorry, it's not gonna happen. I mean, like, you know, I'll be doing WIP and chats and stuff, but you know, especially with everything going on and a lot of websites not being fully stocked and all that, I probably won't be purchasing anything new for a while. And so I'll just be doing the diamond painting stuff. I will do WIP and chats. And if I think about it, I will do post reviews maybe. I'll do a kitten chat too, because I did that a few weeks ago when I was kitting this up. And a few people seem to like it. So I'll do that as well. And another thing that I did pee already, didn't I? I think I did. That's all right, whatever. So I'll do a kitten chat when I do a new one. And I'll do WIP and chats. I plan on continuing with the cross stitch updates, with the floss tube updates. And what I would like to do, I'm on a few different groups for cross stitching, and I'll probably talk about this again in my next floss tube video. I'm in a few different cross stitch groups on Facebook, and I've been seeing a lot of questions about parking and what is a quarter stitch and a 3/4 stitch, and what, how do you park, and how do you mark your chart when you're doing that, and what's I actually had somebody, I saw somebody ask what's 1/1 and 2/1 and 2/2 and stuff like that with cross stitching. And so I explained it on Facebook, and I was like, you know what? There are videos on YouTube. People, the floss tubers I follow, they have put videos out like that, right? They have put tutorials out. But I was like, you know what? There ain't no reason why I can't put out a tutorial as well, because I talk so damn much, and I try to, I learned a long time ago when I was in nursing school. So just a little bit of backstory about why I go into great detail explaining stuff sometimes. When I was in nursing school 110 years ago, my instructor in our 3rd semester, she said, she told me something that I thought was like one of the best pieces of advice that I have ever gotten. She said, you need to learn, because she asked me what a disease process was or something like that. And I started to explain it to her, you know, using a lot of medical terms. And she said, okay, listen, she said, I want you, I'm going to do this last few P's up here. She said, I want you to learn how to explain it to a patient with zero medical background. She said, because you may be the only one who can do that. And because the doctors obviously aren't going to do that. She said, so you need to be able to explain it to your patients so that they understand. And so that's how I did. And that's how I studied. After she told me that, I was like, you know, that's actually not a bad idea. So I would learn the material, and then I would explain it to my mom, who is not in the medical field whatsoever. And she, when she was like, oh, okay, I get that now. Then I was like, okay, I've got this down. So I was like, you know what? There ain't no reason why I can't do cross-stitch tutorials. You know, I could even do diamond painting. I don't really know what I would do for a diamond painting tutorial. I guess how to read the chart. I don't know. I guess I could do those too. But anyway, so I think I might do a few of those. And yeah. So that's kind of the direction I'm going to go with my channel right now. I don't think it's really that much different than what I've been doing. You may or may not see more frequent videos from me, only because, like, once both my kids know about it, I might be able to get away with filming videos while they're here. I don't know. Or I might just have to save all my filming for the weeks I don't have them, and then just upload. And then I can just upload them whenever. So I was like, that thought kind of came to my brain too. I was like, you know, just because I record one day doesn't mean I have to post it the same day. Like, duh. Anyway, so I think that's going to be it for me today. I'm not really sure how long this is going to end up being, but I finished this little block right here. So anyway, once again, this is Flight of the Fireflies from Diamond Art Club. I'm not sure if it is sold out right now. I'm not going to bother linking anything down below, only because, like, this pen I also got from Diamond Art Club. This is the pink unicorn drill pen or something like that. They have 3 different drill pens. All of them are sold out. Like, they have a box of washi tape that's sold out. Like 80% of their kits, of their canvases that have been out longer than 2 weeks, a lot of them are sold out. So you can check them out on their website, see what they do have available. I honestly, this was very popular, and I think this is sold out right now, to tell you the truth. So anyway, yeah. So that will be all for me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.